You're listening to the AstroMommy Daily Horoscope, a forecast that hopes to shine a light in the dark, helping us all see where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Whether you're a first-time listener or a long-time subscriber, thanks for being here. I truly appreciate you being in the AstroMommy community. I hope you enjoyed today's horoscope and card reading. If you would like to support the AstroMommy Newsletter, there are several ways to do so. Subscribe on Substack, share it with a friend, schedule a reading, check out my family's Etsy shop, Metaphysical Flamingo, or just leave a tip. Without further ado, here is the Daily Horoscope. The Sand Painter and Santa Claus. Moon activates Venus-Jupiter trine and Sun trine Neptune. Daily Horoscope for Monday, November 14th, 2022. Good morning, friends. Well, this last weekend was pretty good. Everything went along as usual, even my emotional state taking a nosedive as soon as the moon made a square to my natal Pluto, on the way to making an opposition to transiting Pluto as well. Whenever the moon and Pluto get together, I cry. It's just that simple. Something comes up and I cry. This time, it was a dream I had about my deceased cat who passed away 2 years ago. I dreamed that she was a big garden spider, like the black and neon yellow ones we have here, in a web, and I approached the web from behind and held out a little wicker basket with a handle to the side of the web. And the spider, who was my cat, crawled over to the edge of the web, and as she made her way into my basket, she turned into my fluffy, soft cat named Vinegar. Then I held up my little basket full of kitty cat up to my chest, and Vinegar laid her head upon my chest, curled up in the basket, and started to purr. I woke up with that warm feeling of waking up with a soft, furry cat sleeping on my chest. Every time I thought about this dream this weekend, my eyes welled up. I do miss my kitty. I guess this is the normal way that grief takes you by surprise. You think you're fine, and then out of the depths of the emotion ocean, a wave rises up and washes over you like the sudden dumping of summer rain in the south. I wasn't surprised when I looked at my transits and the moon in Cancer was making a square to my natal Pluto, while she was in a grand trine with Neptune and Pisces and the Sun in Scorpio. Emotional memories washing over me from the depths of the emotion ocean. How was your weekend? Fall in love with any vampires? If not, you still have time. Okay, let's get into the astrology. If you missed the weekend report, then you may not have known what was coming early Monday morning on the East Coast or late Sunday night on the West Coast at 2:51 a.m. Eastern Time. The moon in Cancer made a trine to Venus in Scorpio right after she made an opposition to Pluto in Capricorn. Then the moon in Cancer made a trine to Jupiter at 5:39 a.m. and then went void, of course, until she made her ingress into Leo this morning at 7:47 a.m. Eastern Time. So late Sunday night into the wee hours of Monday morning, a lot was happening. Let's first talk about the moon in Cancer trine Venus in Scorpio. Venus in Scorpio is in her detriment, and we've talked about this before, but it's like she is fighting with herself when she is in Scorpio, because it is a temple of Mars, and it is the opposite sign to her home sign of Taurus. So she is not doing well, essentially, when she is in Scorpio. This means that she needs this beneficial boost from the moon in Cancer. That's like a hug from a mother to a child, and it may feel like a warm, loving embrace from someone close to you, or snuggles from your dead cat, one or the other. No, I'm just kidding. But a trine from the moon in Cancer, which is in her domicile, so she has agency to give from this place, will feel good to Venus. Plus, Venus is on her way to a wonderful trine with Jupiter, which will perfect Tuesday morning at 5:35 a.m. Eastern Time. And Jupiter is the next best thing to sliced bread. So this will be very good. Venus really needs all this positive energy to get through whatever crap she's having to deal with right now. So what this all means for us is that our relationships, values, and possibly our money will get a boost, and we may feel more affectionate, romantic, or financially supported. This in turn will give us hope, and thus we will continue to believe in miracles. This transit reminds me of Christmas movies, like The Polar Express. The kid in that movie isn't sure he believes in Santa anymore, right? But then when the Polar Express shows up and takes him to the North Pole and he meets elves and then Santa Claus himself, who gives him a magic jingle bell from his sleigh, which he loses, but then Santa gives it to him as a present on Christmas morning, and thus reinforces his beliefs in the miraculous. This is how this transit feels to me. We have been going through so much despair that it's hard to believe it will ever change or that there are miracles, but there are. Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces want us to believe in divine miracles, and we could feel an enhanced spirituality right now, or we could be over-idealizing something or someone like Santa Claus. The reality is that Santa Claus is not real, right? It's your parents and family members that give all the presents and make Christmas what it is and create the fairy tale for the little kids. When I first became a parent, one of the weirdest things that I had to come to terms with was all the lies I was expected to tell my children around all these holidays. It never feels right to lie to my children. Telling stories is one thing, but acting like certain things are true when they are not is another. It never felt right, and now, as a family, we are feeling like we need to celebrate the holidays in a different way that feels more authentic and true to our own beliefs and is less centered around capitalism. But it is easier said than done because we are also attached to the traditions. Anyway, moving on to the rest of Monday. Then the moon makes her ingress into Leo at 7:47 a.m. Eastern Time, right? That's where we were. And this is where we can start to get the show on the road. Leo is in a square aspect to everything in Scorpio and Taurus, and thus will be getting closer and closer to her third quarter square to the sun, where she gets to show what she's learned this month and produce something meaningful out of it all. Being in Leo means this may be quite a show. Let's not forget her upcoming opposition to Saturn as well. By Monday night, the moon will only be about 8 degrees Leo, so it won't be until Tuesday that stuff starts to get really interesting. Still, nonetheless, the moon in Leo wants dynamic action and attention and can't wait for the gifts from Santa, because boy does she deserve them, right? Moon in Leo loves gifts, to be wined and dined and lavished with loving affirmative words. In the late evening on Monday, Mercury in Scorpio makes a sextile to Pluto in Capricorn at 10:27 p.m. Eastern Time, bringing the opportunity for intense and penetrating conversations. At 11:43 p.m. Eastern Time, the Sun in Scorpio perfects his trine to Neptune in Pisces. Hopefully, this will be a spiritual dose of compassion, imagination, and creativity in our lives. The Sun and Neptune together in a harmonious trine can bring a sense of spiritual illumination, but also could be an easy exit for those who are ready to leave this material world. This combo could represent the soul finally feeling like it's okay to let go, and the passageway into heaven or back into starlight is open. So this transit could be wonderful, like being at a concert of your favorite musician and being carried away by the music in a good way. Or this could be like a loved one on their deathbed finally passing, but everyone is happy because they are no longer in pain. Transits to Neptune seem to include themes like being carried away and boundaries dissolving, which can either feel good or feel tough, so I'd love to know what comes up for you. Let's move on to the card for the day. I am so excited to use my new Native American tarot deck, given to me by my mother as an early birthday present. My birthday is during Thanksgiving week coming up, and I may be taking a few days off that week, so I'll let you all know soon. Today is the first day that we get to use this new deck exclusively for the card for the day, so here goes. What is the guidance for today? 2 cards actually popped out. So the first was Maiden of Vessels, reversed, and the second, 8 of Shields, Sand Painter. On the first card, the Maiden of Vessels, reversed, looks like a Native American woman with long black hair balancing a decorated basket or ceramic bowl on her head. She is wearing a white blouse with sea turtles on it. Behind her are some cliffs, a body of water, and a blue sky. In the sky, white birds fly in formation. In the upright position, the Maiden of Vessels symbolizes a new idea or opportunity coming into your life from out of nowhere. It also may pop up when you need to trust your intuition about something. In the reverse position, it could represent fear or doubt about a new idea or project that you are thinking of and keeping a secret. It could also represent someone who is emotionally immature, like a child, or an adult who often acts like a child, or it could represent you yourself acting in a childish way. This card kind of reminds me of the South Node in Scorpio energy that seems to be all about immediate gratification, which children, especially nowadays when almost everything is available as a download or 2-day shipping from Amazon, are very prone to wanting. So this card could be about a new idea or project in your life that you are wanting the rewards from before even doing the work. On the second card, the 8 of Shields, Sand Painter, we see a hand pouring black sand onto a sand painting. The black sand is forming a triangle, which once finished will enclose a black figure inside that looks like a human with cat ears. In the distance, we can see a blanket with all the different colors of sand laid out for the painter. There are 8 shields surrounding this central image. In the upright position, this card is about doing the work, learning from a master, developing your skills, and practicing what you've learned, showing up every day to do what you've committed yourself to do. What is interesting to me about this particular card is that sand painting is not a long-lasting creation. It eventually is either cleaned up or the wind blows it away. It doesn't last forever. But with every painting that the sand painter makes with the sand, he gets better and better and less attached to the outcome. So I feel that these 2 cards, as the guidance for today, are saying, keep doing the work you know is worth doing and let go of your doubts or fear of failure. Do not expect immediate gratification. Be like the sand painter. Develop your skills, practice, and be open to the outcome. Nothing lasts forever, but that doesn't mean it's not worth doing. The process itself is the reward. I would love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment or join the new chat and let us know what you think there. I hope this is helpful. Until tomorrow, AstroMommy.
Today's horoscope was brought to you by Moon in Cancer activating a grand trine with Venus and Jupiter, Moon's ingress into Leo, Mercury sextile Pluto, and the Sun trine Neptune. Quick links and resources can be found at the bottom of the newsletter. Today's card was pulled from the Native American Tarot deck by Magda, Weck, Gonzalez, available on Amazon. If you purchase anything through the affiliate links that I provide in the newsletters, I will make a small commission, but there are no additional costs to you. I don't share or recommend things that I don't 100% believe in and use myself. Thanks for listening.